Thanks for joining this edition of the High School Sports Insider. Coming up tonight, we have the story of a football team trying to send their legendary coach out with a state title, another football team trying to continue their storybook season, and the quarterback that makes the #1 ranked volleyball team in the country go. But we begin tonight with the Avon Eagles. They're again celebrating a perfect regular season and the top spot in Division II Region 6 for the state football playoffs. This team has been through a lot during the season, but the scariest days were just before the season started when their tight end Jake Burdick was told he might not be able to walk again, let alone play football. Burdick's return to health is amazing. He's hoping to play football for the Eagles again next year as a senior. Kyle Goodwin has the story of Jake Burdick's journey. The Ohio Lottery Partners in Education program is proud to salute Jake Burdick from Avon, this week's Shining Star.
What was supposed to be a fun day of bowling with his teammates and team moms quickly turned into a life-threatening situation for Avon Jr. Jake Burdick. Jake told his mother Lisa that he couldn't see out of his left eye and was losing feeling in his left arm, side, and leg.
Fear of the unknown, honestly, of I didn't know what was going on, and that's what scared me the most.
Lisa, a registered nurse, quickly responded, and the ambulance was called.
I can't even explain how I felt. I called her. She was in hysterics pretty much. So, then all the stuff started going through my head with, you're thinking wheelchairs and walkers and driving them around and all that stuff.
Jake was taken to the ER and later transported to the Cleveland Clinic. And after extensive tests, the terrifying news was delivered. Jake had a stroke.
I was down there by myself with a physician, and Jake was still in the MRI, and it was hard. When I got that news, it was actually surreal. I couldn't believe it at first, but I knew at that moment that no matter what happened, he was going to be okay because I'm a nurse and I can take care of him no matter what. If he can't move one day or if he can't walk, I could be there for him. They
basically told my parents as soon as I got there not to expect much, and they were thinking that I'd have to walk with a walker for the rest of my life, or it just would never be the same. And they didn't tell me that because they didn't want to scare me, and I'm grateful for that.
As soon as visitors were allowed, family, friends, teammates, and coaches came to see Jake, and they were amazed by what they witnessed.
We were telling jokes, and it was kind of a relaxed atmosphere in this hospital room where he was still paralyzed on his left side. So looking back on it, Jake Burdick and his family probably handled that better than I could think anybody in the world. Made me even feel comfortable.
He got where I expected him to be in probably 2 or 3 weeks and probably 2 or 3 days.
It was overwhelming in a way. It's like you see your kid walk again for the first time, do something for the first time. So it takes you back to when your child was a baby, learning to do something. It was so emotional. It was remarkable. I was just in awe of his strength and his positive attitude that helped him obviously get through this quicker.
I was happy watching him walk out of the bathroom. He looked like a baby giraffe, but it was like a milestone.
Just wanted to get back out here with my boys, and that's pretty much what drove me.
Jake and his family have definitely lived up to being Burdick strong.
If there's a small problem in the day, I don't really fret about it. I just think it could always be worse. And because I've experienced some of the worst days of my life.
It's kind of a calming feeling when I'm not sweating the little stuff. I leave that to my wife.
Jake had a minimally invasive surgical technique to close the hole in his heart, which caused the stroke. And after a few months, Jake should be good as new and maybe even ready to put on the Eagles jersey for his senior year in 2020.
He didn't go 2 minutes without getting a text message or a call or a Snapchat or whatever they do. It was everything. The mayor coming to see him, celebrities sending him videos. It was crazy. Crazy. That's what got him through it.
They're the reason that I am here just as well as I am, because of all the support. And at that point, I knew that I was going to be just fine.
This community's second to none when it comes to people in crisis. The people rallied around him and his family, and Jake made it so easy to do because when you showed up, there was really not the fear level that there probably should have been because of his mindset and his attitude.
If you know a student who deserves recognition like Jake,